Hey everyone, I'm with Indy, who's Business Development Director for Beijer Ref for the APAC region. I've known Indy for a good 10, 15 years now, and in this region, this part of the world, he's definitely one of those leading experts with experience from a variety of different companies with natural refrigerants, a variety of different natural refrigerants. So now, for a few years now, he's been with the Beijer Ref group. And he's, we're just curious to see how things are going on the Beijer Ref level, and generally how the Australian market is developing. And behind us, he's going to tell us a little bit what we can see in the background. So over to you, Indy.
Thanks, Mark. Yep, we have known each other for a long time now. What we've got going on in the background is we're building a transcritical CO2 rack here for one of the leading retailers in the Australian market. Mm-hmm. This is a local bespoke design, I guess, that they require. We typically produce, a number of these throughout the year based on their orders. But yeah, we've now ventured into this section where we can actually build the racks on a local level.
Okay, and that's one production line that you have.
That's one production
in
line.
The facility,
yeah.
right?
So what you see behind us is we've got 3 production lines there, where we can produce the racks, condensing units, and do customization or do customization to condensers or gas coolers here locally as well. So yeah, we've got that ability here.
So you're well positioned for future growth.
We are. It was very important for us that locally in Australia, we have a local presence. We have the ability to customize locally. And so when we were thinking of setting up our headquarters here, this was a key element of it, and it just made sense that we had this.
Yeah, so tell us a little bit now, we're in 2023. What's the market like in Australia? Because there's been there was a pretty good year last year to catch up for COVID. Yep. But now, where do you see the growth? Where do you see the exciting application or the developments on natural refrigerant side here?
It's funny, Mark, because throughout COVID, we didn't have a slowdown at all. Okay. We saw many racks go in with the leading retailers here in Australia. The rack numbers were good for us from both an SEM Frigo point of view and an SEM Ref Australia point of view. Okay. But what we've seen in 2023 is we've seen a slight downturn in the market, but the market is now moving towards smaller units. Okay. So we're actually seeing a flourish, an inquiry, increase on condensing units. Okay. So this year, I think we'll be putting many condensing units out into the market in CO2 format.
All right. What about heat pumps?
Heat pumps, we've got inquiries today, and we see that it's a little bit slower on the heat pump form as yet, but we do see active interest from the marketplace.
Okay. So next couple of years, you see quite a few heat pump installations being here in Australia?
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah. Whether it's in a commercial format or it's in an industrial format, definitely. Okay. We're getting a request now for some larger units that can do heating and cooling. Okay. So, you can see that from an industrial point of view, those inquiries are now coming through.
All right, okay. Then one last thing to just bring it back to the bigger picture. Europe's gonna take off like crazy on heat pumps. America, everyone's expecting now for American market to take off like crazy on the refrigeration front. So where does that leave the Australian market? Some people here fear that there may be a lack of suppliers and support for products. So, for the Australian market to meet the needs of retailers and industrial end users. So what's your take on that?
Well, look, that reflects back on why we've got a premises here and why we've got manufacturing here.
Yeah, but you set up this factory well before you saw the American market take off.
Correct,
right?
Correct.
So it was lucky in that respect.
It was lucky in that respect. I guess we've sort of we've anticipated what was going to happen in the globe. Okay. And having the facility here, then I think we're geared up to handle that on a local basis. Okay. It also gives us the ability then to supply into the rest of Asia as well from here as well.
And you're seeing demand pick up there because you're going to be presenting some stuff at Atmosphere APAC in Japan early next year, and you've got some examples of installs, right, in different parts of Southeast Asian markets. So you are seeing progress in that front.
We are. I mean, it's a slow progress by all means. I mean, if we reflect back on a number of years pre-COVID, we had China that was moving at some pace, and then it stopped.
Okay.
We've now seen a pickup in Hong Kong.
Okay.
We've seen pickup in Singapore, and we've got a number of inquiries coming from Malaysia as well.
Right.
So you can see that it's happening.
Okay.
With what we've done recently in Singapore, it's a prime example that, hey, we're moving that way.
Okay. All right. Thank
Good.
you, Indy.
Thank you.